and welcome to episode 39, hopefully the last part of Mekanism. Right, we need some additional pressure plugs. So there's a couple of things we still need. We still need more stuff, so we need more of them, which we will come back to. I've just updated the pack and integrated dynamics. Woohoo! I like that one. That's the one with the mineral plants and some really good logic stuff. I kind of like that one, so yeah, we might check that out at some point. What we are going to do today, though, is finish off the Mekanism. So I've left this running for a little while. We've got sulfuric acid there. That pipe is filling up with sulfuric acid. Will fill up eventually, but the pipe has to fill up first, and the pipes are quite large. As you can see, the capacity is 16 million megabytes. Megabytes, yeah. And the rate is 1 million a second, so it takes a little while. This one's on 512. If I put another one down, you'd see that would fill up relatively quickly. Because if I break that pipe, I lose all the stuff that's been going in there for a few hours. So, first things first. We got to the point where we're making sulfuric acid, which is the first part where the ore slurry gets put into place. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down the dissolution chamber. Now, I can't remember if I made one. Did I make one? Of course I didn't, because that would be too simple, wouldn't it? That would mean that I actually knew what the bloody hell I was doing. Chemical dissolution. That's injection, that's an oxidizer, that's an infuser. Right, okay, let's go make one of them then. Chemical dissolution. Where are we? Dissolution chamber, there we go. Right, so we'll add one of them in there, and we'll put that up there for the time being. We're only going to grab one of these for the moment. We will expand it, but I just want one to get the process going. I want to see how fast they are first. Upgrades, because we forgot those the last time. So we'll take one of those, and one of those, and one of those, because I don't know whether we need the gas one or not. Right, so we'll... what's the one after that? We need a chemical washer after that. Do we have a chemical washer in the system? No, we don't. So let's get a chemical washer too. Chemical washer. And that requires water. So we're going to need some more water, which is fine. So let's just do a search for washer. There we go, one of those. Oh, we're missing refined obsidian ingots. Really? I thought the system knew how to make those. I was really sure that the system knew how to make them. Osmium compressor. Okay, refined into a compressor. That might be why it doesn't know how to make them. Liquid osmium. Oh. We might not be able to make that right now. That's new. Alright, let's go put this down, because at least if we can start seeing what this does. Right, so I'm going to go this way, because the machines are all going to be laid out all screwy anyway. And there's the end of my pipe. So I want to wash all the stuff here and then send it that way. So I'm going to be looking this way. I'm going to send it into the corner. So let's stick that down there. That already has its sulfuric acid. Cool. The dissolution chamber will accept ores and then kick out everything that way. So I'm guessing that this is on input and then output to the right. So we need an exporter, of which again we have none. There they are. Alright, cool. So we need the exporter over to there. Oh shit, no, we don't need it on that system. That's going to be a bit of a bummer. Right, can you accept in the top? Yes, you can. So we're going to inject you in the top, because, funny thing, this is all one system. There it is, it starts there. We have to come down from this system and go that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to rearrange a couple of things, because I genuinely forgot that that was a thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the pipe, we're still going to keep those pipes because they're needed, but we're going to hook them up that way instead. And then this one we are going to run down, if I have the cables. I'm sure I made some more. Yep, I did. Cool. Right, so this one we're going to run down. We're not going to go across, we're going to go across here. We're going to need to have to go round. There we go. Right, we'll have that one back, and we'll shoot down here, and we're going to leave it there for the moment. There we go. So that's our system. So you got to remember that I split. Oh, you know what? That's going to get really annoying really quickly. So I'm going to make that one higher. Yeah. So I split the system purely and simply because I wanted to make sure that all the ores were getting processed by this part of the system instead of basically getting used elsewhere. And that's the, I like to mass produce or sort things out so that they can be mass everythinged. And the reason that I split those two systems up was because the dusts, I wanted all of the dusts all the time to be processed and turned into ingots rather than, telling it to keep a certain amount in the system, blah, 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 blah. So what I did was I actually kept or created a new system to hold all the ores and all the dusts and all the slurry, everything else, so that would be a lot easier to deal with. And then obviously we would export them into this system, so that system here. So we export them into this system, and then we keep them all nice and separate. So I'm just going to take one, and I'm just going to use the iron for now. We're going to put the stack upgrade in there. We're going to put the other upgrades in. We're also going to shove in the speed. So the supported ones is energy, speed, and gas. Okay, so gas. So what's that for? Increases the efficiency of gas. Oh, okay. That means all the other ones could have gas as well. That might be a thing. Okay. Note to self, go put all the gas upgrades in the other ones too. Right, we're going to speed up this, we're going to put the energy ones in, and then we're going to put the muffler ones in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the muffler ones in next, and then I'm going to put the energy ones in, because then I can walk away and leave this. So we'll do that. And what we should be getting is a decent amount of slurry, I would have thought. And we might have to have one of these for every ore type, which is why I want to try and put them sort of here. Well, I say here. Yeah, actually here, because then I can branch off and I can come down here and fill all these up. Alright, so that is working. So let's get some power. And steal that across from here, like so. Right, so that's actually working. So that's filling up pretty quickly now. That's good. Alright, so we've got all the upgrades in there. That's fine. So from the dissolution chamber, the slurry we need to put into a chemical washer. Now, a chemical washer, as we found out just now, requires another ingot. But it also requires liquid osmium. We don't have any liquid osmium, do we? No, we don't. Liquid osmium. How can that be made? Liquid osmium is made item to gas in a purification? No. It's used in a purification. Chemical dissolution chamber is sulfuric acid to hydrochloric. We need like a bluey kind of colour, which is not that one. Oh, there we are. Osmium to liquid osmium. So we actually need one of these guys, a chemical dissolution. So if we go chemical dissolution, what? We need liquid osmium to make liquid. That doesn't seem right. Right, we can make these. So why can't we make those? Right, let's see. Refined, infinite, liquid osmium, there we are. Like a blue. God's sake. Liquid osmium. Osmium compressor into ingots. That's refined obsidian, so that's not it. Item to gas. Chemical dissolution. There's an item to gas. Where is it? What's it from? Refined obsidian. Which one? 3 clumps. Yeah, this one. An ultimate machine used to chemically dissolve all impurities in an ore, leaving an unprocessed slurry. So it's chemical washer, chemical. Oh, refined obsidian. So that's, yeah, that is refined obsidian, which is here. From refined obsidian dust. Alright, so we can make that. Refined obsidian, we just go like so. That will then get smashed down, and all we have to do is just get a recipe here for, get rid of that, refined obsidian to refined obsidian ingot, and then I can go shove that over the weave our way through our little intricate shite. Is that a induction smelter? They're all induction smelters, aren't they? They're crushing, so it's upstairs. All I need is a furnace, which I think some of these are. Redstone furnace. There should be a blank, there we go, the blank one there. So we'll chuck that one in there, and that should make our refined obsidian ingots. So if we go there, that should make, that. It should come back into the system. Come on. Do we need that anymore? No. Have you done, or are you not doing? You might be not doing. Can you not go in there? Probably not, no. Machine does not accept item. Okay, right, that's fair enough. So that means that we take that out of there, and that's got to be one of the refined energistic systems then. So refined. So if we go here, enrichment chamber, osmium compressor. So it must be a compressor then, and liquid osmium to compress that into refined obsidian. Item to infuse. Alright, so an osmium compressor then. Alright. Okay, so an osmium compressor. So one of these. So we've got one of those now. Right, let's go downstairs, and we should be able to hook this up maybe here. Should we hook it up there or around here? Actually, I'm going to hook it over here, where everything else is. we have a spare space here, so if we do that there, okay, so that does require some other crap. So osmium, so if we grab some of that and then we get some refined, there we go. Right, so will you do one on your own? No, you require, so that's an enrichment chamber which is enriched in Sibian, which is fine. So this one requires a osmium. There we go. Alright, so we need to pump osmium in on the yellow. We need the thingy, so we need an exporter and we need an importer there. So let's get our exporter and we'll keep this fed with osmium. So the orange will be on the left side. Orange, yellow. Okay, yellow, that's fine. The red will be on the top, which is fine. And then that will be at the back. So the blue, yeah, the blue is at the back. There we go. And we should be, so we need another crafter. We need an import bus on here. We will stick 3 upgrades plus a stack to keep that stuff there. We'll put 4 upgrades in here just to keep that fed. And we'll put an osmium ingot there. So that should then, there we go, that should fill that up, so that'll be fine. We need a simple crafter, so just a basic one. We've got a red one, which we'll take, because that means we don't have to craft any. And we'll shove that there. Where's my wrench? My wrench should be there. Oops, went round too far. Perfect. And then we'll shove that in there. And maybe not turn the machine round, that might help. Put that in there. Right. So that should be now, if we put one in there, out should pop an ingot. We obviously need the upgrades, because the upgrades are going to make that go faster. So upgrades, we'll take, I don't know if this one takes gas, I don't think so. So if you hit the upgrade button, energy, it will just cycle around and tell you what it needs. Muffling and speed, so we can put the speed one in there. That one's the gas upgrade. It doesn't have the gas upgrade, so it will take the energy though, so we'll get one of those. When you click these, you'll only ever get 8 because that's all it is. The reason why when you click this it sometimes comes up with a thing is because if you click too far over it tries to click one of these. Okay, so we'll put the 8 speed upgrades in there. That's the energy up. Right, so the speed upgrades are in. So if you click on this, it will tell you how many are in and what the efficiency is. As you can see, 6 there now. And then once that last one is in, it will be 8 of 8, and then we can put the last right. So you can click away; they'll quite happily go in by themselves. Right, so we're good here. So that should be nice and fast now. Yep, there we go. Cool. All right. So now we've got that part of the thing. What do we need? We need a washer. So we need a chemical washer. Yeah, there we go, cool. Alright, that will sort itself out. That will craft itself. Perfect. Right, let's put those back in the system and that back in the system. These things, chemical oxidizer, I'm guessing that's gas. So we've got speed upgrades, energy upgrades, muffling, speed. Alright, so they don't take the gas. What's this one? This is a chemical infuser. Energy, muffling, speed. Doesn't take the gas. Okay, so what about this thing that creates... No, that's a chemical infuser, that doesn't take gas. That's a chemical infuser that doesn't take gas. A chemical oxidizer, does that one take the gas upgrade? Speed, energy, muffling, speed. No, it doesn't. Alright, cool. So this thing here did. Yep, so that takes all of them, so that's cool. Right, so now we've got our slurry. That's going to go into a chemical washer. So we are literally just going to put the chemical washer down next to it. What it should do is it should feed directly into it, so we'll always take stuff from the left. Now we need water, and then that will give us, it will give us this, but clean. Yeah, there, a clean slurry, right? So it'll take the dirty slurry and make it clean. And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have a few of these because, yeah, I genuinely think that this is not gonna be an easy thing. All right, so fluids can accept from any. So what we're going to do is we are going to get the exporter and we're going to export water into this. It shouldn't need a lot. I mean, well, technically it might, but it shouldn't. Speed, boom. And you're empty. Did I tell you it was water? Yes, I did. Oh, maybe we won't do it that way because, can you guess why? Yeah, because this is the one that I need to export water from, that system. This system doesn't have water. This system only has ores. Yeah, You know what? We can fix this because we can get the ultimate mechanical pipes. Ultimate mechanical, which is fluids, right? We can get a pump, a couple of pumps, because, well, I've got a couple from the previous build. What we will do is we will dig. Oh, is this on a 1x1? Yeah, this is on a single block. Cool. So I can dig down. I can then get the water, put that there, put the pump this way round, because when I do that and put energy pipes underneath, you know what, we're going to just dig out a little bit here and just put some energy pipes down so that I don't forget. Right, this thing has, yeah, so this thing can also accept upgrades, which we are going to give it. So we're going to upgrade everything. Everything else is upgraded, so we might as well upgrade this. So we want speed and we want energy. So we're going to put the speed ones in first. And then what we're going to do is the ultimate mechanical pipes. So the mechanical pipes shouldn't join to the gas. So we're just going to put those ones out there for the moment. And that should be good. Then what we should be able to do is underneath here, once the speed's gone in, then we'll add those. It supports a filter, which you can filter these so that you can do different, you can pull in different things. And then that should be good. Right, so that should be quite a lot of water coming through. There we go, yeah, quite a lot. And then the chemical washer obviously is using water and it's changing it into that. We've got no upgrades in there either, so let's get some upgrades for here. Muffling, definitely that one, speed, and I'm not sure whether this one can accept a gas upgrade. I can definitely upgrade, take the speed and the energy, which are these two. Takes muffling as well. Doesn't take gas. Huh. Okay. We can deal with that. We'll wait for the speed to go in, then we'll put the muffling in, and then we'll put the energy in. Because then that way, as soon as we hit the energy upgrades in, we can then walk away from the machine. So we've got dirty slurry. Now we've got clean slurry. Now, if I remember rightly, we need this thing, the crystallizer. Did I put the muffling in? Yeah, I did. Alright, cool. So now we need the crystallizer, because we now need to crystallize that stuff. So it comes into here and it crystallizes over to here. I don't know if this, what does this accept? Speed, energy, muffling. Right, speed, energy and muffling, so basically the same ones. So we'll throw away the gas one. We'll get some more upgrades and it will be muffling, speed and energy. What we're going to do is we're going to stick in the speed, because I want to try and get that as quickly as possible. And we want to get these crystals out. Now once they're crystals, we can take them out, or we can store them in the system, I'm hoping. Once we've got the crystals, I think that we can import those directly into the system, and then we can deal with the actual rest of it, like the purification chamber, the crusher, all of this stuff, like riching factory, crushing, etc, etc. I'm pretty sure we can deal with that afterwards. Do we have... We have a purification, yeah, so we have that. And that needs a machine that's... Yeah, I'm sure that needs something else to do it. But yeah, we'll sort that out in a second. Right, so we'll do the muffling, and then we'll throw in the energy, and then we can carry on. So once we've got the shards, or the crystals or shards, it's one of those, we can then import them into the system, I'm hoping. Right, we'll put those in there. Right, so yeah, these should be importable, right? So what we should be able to do is not use the exporter, because that would be a dickhead move. What we should be able to do is import these into the system. Why am I even doing... what the hell? Right, that. And then we should be able to go boom and across to that guy. And then we can have a few of them here. So we export. And then we can just pull the other stuff down there. That's perfect. Alright, so these ones can have a gap, but we'll essentially have one per type, I think. Yeah, so we'll have iron going in there, and silver, and etc. Right, this should be pulling in, so we're going to put a stack upgrade here, and we're going to put the speed upgrades on there. Those should be being pulled into the system. Perfect. Alright, so essentially that's what we've got. We've got all the ore coming into here, getting filled up in dirty, getting cleaned in the washer, and then going into here to become one of these, a crystal, right? Now, crystals still can't be used. They've got to be used in another machine, haven't they? Yeah, so a chemical injection chamber will then turn it into a shard, and then a shard can be used in the purification chamber with oxygen to produce a clump, and then it's a crusher and the rest of the stuff. This is like... Right, so a chemical injection chamber. So do we have an injection? We have a purifying, enriching. So we need a chemical injection. Ultimate injection. Alright, let's get one of them. I'm sure we had one, didn't we? Or did we use... Oh no, we used it over the other side, didn't we? Yeah, we used it over the other side. Right, so this shouldn't take too long anyway to produce. Come on. There we go. Right, so now I am going to put this... Where am I going to put this actually? So I want all of these ones here, and I'm going to put this one here for the time being, just because it's over here and it's out of the way. So the injecting factory should take this. Yeah, it should take that. So it should be the ultimate injection. Yeah, there we go. So we got all the different ones. So what do we need for this one? We need hydrogen chloride again. Ah, bollocks. So hydrogen chloride. So what would that be? That would be... So chlorine is from brine. So we need to export some more brine. And that was in... Oh, that's the setup over there, isn't it? It's chlorine and hydrogen to get more of that stuff, right? So that's all the way over here. That's sodium. Yeah, so that's brine. Chlorine goes into the here. Yeah, there we go. Chlorine goes into there, and then into here with hydrogen to do hydrogen chloride, which is what we need for the injection chamber. Is that right? Let's have a look. Hydrogen chloride, yeah, so we need that set up basically. Right, so we need a electrolytic separator, chemical infuser, and electrolytic. So we need two of the electrolytics. This is so hard. Electrolytic. So we need two of those. We need another pump. Maybe, no, we just need one for the moment. So we need two of these. So electrolytic separator thingies, which now they've got power won't stack. And then what else did we need? We needed so two separators and an infuser. Was it an infuser? It was a chemical thing, so I think it was that one. We'll check it in a minute against the other side. So chemical infuser. Oh, this is, yeah, insane. Come on, there we go, chemical infuser. So that should look the same as that thing there. Perfect. All right, cool. So we're good there. We need the old system. What is below this? Okay, that's the bottom there. Oh, okay, so we could venture into that. We could venture down actually, because yeah, that's not bad. We could go down here, because there's lots of space over here. I know that this is the edge, this is the outside there, so we've got to be careful where we hit there, but if we do this, like so, we have now given ourselves a little bit more space. So that's cool, because we can branch out that way then, and not get stuck. Yeah, as I said, the outside is there. So we'll seal up the outside again, and we'll put you on there, and we'll put you here. Right. Okay, so there's our machine, which we need. So we're going to go and grab him again. There's our power. Right, so we are going to use, all the ores are going to be imported into the system. Now we should have, yeah, there we go. So that's the old ME system, so that could be our water source. And then we could have the new ME over here. All right, so what we're going to do is, we know we need water for, I think it's this one and the second one of these. Yeah, so the so the separators, we're going to need a source for water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the separators down here, right? Because we're going to branch out in that direction. We know that we need the chemical infuser. So we need the brine coming in from here as well, the water. So we've got one for brine, one for water, and then into the rest of the stuff, right? So if we set up the one for brine, so we're going to config gases, fluids coming in anyway, so that's fine. Gases out to the right. This one, again, going out to the right. I don't know which one is which on that one. I think it's the teal one that we do need. So if we get an exporter for here and one for here, we're going to get rid of our empty bucket. Let's have a look at the buckets. Have we got a brine? Yeah, we've got one brine. So that's good. We've got one water bucket, which is good. So here we're going to do the water, and here we're going to do the brine. So that's cool. And the inventory is almost full again. So that should be working. So that's doing chlorine and sodium. So sodium, we're going to dump the excess. We don't need that. We are, however, going to use the chlorine. And on this one is water, so let's hook this up so that we can see it's oxygen and hydrogen. Now, is it the hydrogen that I need? It's the hydrogen I need, right? Into the chemical infuser thingy. So if I do that and accept the front gases there and the back gases there, so back and front, and then what we should do is the dark one needs to be to the right, so we need to switch these. So the dark needs to be to the right, and this we can dump excess. Hydrogen will then go this way, like so, and then chlorine will go that way. Empty. Alright, so I haven't configured that one then. Gases, back, input red, front, input orange. No? Chlorine, orange. Right, chlorine's coming from the back, which is the red. There. Orange is input 2. Alright, where did I put my... Oh, there I did. I don't need that for the moment, so I'm going to shove that in there. I don't need that or that for the moment, so I'm going to shove those in there as well. And the speed ones I might need the fluid grid, so we'll leave that there. The ore I certainly don't need. But I do need my configurator. So let's get rid of this pipe. This should be exporting, yeah, it should be exporting that side. Oh, this might not be because it needs power. So let's give it some power. And power's all the way over there, all the way over there, so we need another plug. Okay. Stick it down there, configure it to the network. There we go. Alright, this should be starting working now. This is still not, so hydrogen, dark blue. Oh, that's why. There we go, hydrogen, dark blue. And then we need to replace the pipe, which should now work. There we go. Right, so we've got hydrogen coming in this side, chlorine coming in that side, and hydrogen chloride coming out that side. The hydrogen chloride will go into an ultimate should it go into 2? No, I think 1 should be enough. I think 1 should be enough. Yeah, 1 will be enough. Right, so it's going to go into one of these, and we're going to put a pipe down, the gas to go into here. This is going to output to the right. Output to the right. Chlorine, why is that not? Chlorine, is that going up? That's 903. Oh, this thing isn't keeping up. Oh, these haven't got upgrades in yet. Alright, so that will slowly go up when that gets enough. Huh? Why is that not? The back is red, right? Yeah, back is red. Sodium, chlorine's coming out there. It's coming into the back. So chlorine's a gas, right? Chlorine, input, back. Items, yeah, that should be fine. Input orange, input red. Chlorine. What? Hydrochloride. Chlorine. Why is that pipe full? It's connected. So what the hell? Gases. Oh, it is running. It's just bloody slow. It must be just bloody slow. Gases that go out the side. So yeah, we'll leave that go. Or actually we'll speed it up. That might be the easiest option. Where's the upgrades? Muffling we'll definitely do in a minute, but let's grab. Actually, let's get some more upgrades because we've got more machines coming. So let's get more of those and those. All right. So this machine, I want to speed this machine up. Purely and simply because I want to see if this machine is working, which means I want to speed this machine up as well. And this machine, while I'm waiting for more upgrades, can just have a power upgrade. That's 903. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. Oh, there we are. That right. So the chlorine is going in there. Right. So the chlorine's going in. The hydrochloride is being created. It's getting pushed out to here. It's not getting pushed out to here. Why is it not getting pushed out? Oh. That's input. That's output. Pressurized tube. So yeah, that should be fine. So it should be going output front, no, there, output right into here. Why is it not? Really? Oh, hang on, that's chlorine. That's not... That is what it's supposed to make. No, it's supposed to be making hydrochloride. Oh. Right. There we go. Hydrogen chloride. Perfect. Okay, so we had some crap in there before which should manage to wean its way into the system. Right, okay. So hydrogen chloride then goes into the chemical injection chamber, which is ultimate injection chamber. So we're going to put that down here so that we can basically replicate this setup and if needed. Yes, there are upgrades needed, but we are not going to worry about that right now. What we are going to do is grab the ultimate mechanical. No, it's not those, it's those ones. I need the pressurized ones. And we're going to output to the right. Because this thing then needs hydrogen chloride, perfect. And then this will go in there. And obviously after a massive amount of time, produce a shard. One lonely little shard. Alright, so I'm going to worry about upgrades and all that kind of shit after. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to worry my little head over it. I'm just going to give it power so that it can do what it needs to do. So what we're going to do is this will fit, so we'll replicate this as we need, like we can expand into there and increase the setup and increase the amount of hydrogen chloride that we can get. Because this thing is going to be a little workhorse. We are going to export all of our crap into the top here, right? So we're going to export everything into here, and this little thing will do every type of ore. Every type of ore shard. Then it goes into the purification chamber, which is crushing factory, enriching, ultimate smelting, purifying factory. So what we're going to do is we already have this set up over here, right? So we've got this set up already. Well, I say we've got the setup. We've got this thing, right? This is our oxygen. Is it oxygen? Yeah, this is all our oxygen setup. So when we're purifying, the oxygen setup is where we're actually purifying it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this entire wall here where we start our process, which is kind of cool because, well, we've got all the setup here, so we may as well keep it over here. So the oxygen is going to come down here, so we've got our pressurized tubes like so, and we're going to come down and out. And then this thing is going to go into the side. We're going to put the power across the bottom, and we're going to put this into single block mode because I keep digging out everything. There we go. Right, there's the power. Here is oxygen and the ultimate purifying factory, which is where the shards go. Yep, shards go. They get turned into clumps. The clumps then go into, what was it, the crusher? Did they get crushed first? They get crushed first, right? I'm sure it was, they get crushed. Right, so that thing does its thing. This, I'm going to leave two gaps because I want to import and export. And then I want to import and export on this one. And I want to be able to replicate this setup going backwards. So I want, you know, if this can't keep up, I want multiple of these things. So having the setup this way means that I can go backwards and basically just keep adding machines as needed. Didn't really mean to do that. So remove camouflage. Probably not the best bet then to put it here. Forgot about those. So we'll Let's move the ultimate crushing factory, and we'll go. Yeah, see, I want it to be roughly in the same place. All right, so we'll leave that where it is because we're going to put 1 or 2 of those there anyway. So they're going to be coming forward. So what we will do is we will from here. No, I don't want that there. I wanted more of these, and we're going to come around that way. There we are. Will you stop putting that bloody machine down? Right. Now we can still go back if we put it on here. So the crushing factory goes there. That's the one that accepts the clumps, right? Yep, that accepts clumps. Then it's dirty, which means it's not the smelting. It's not. So the crushing factory, I've got a second one of those. So we'll do a second crushing factory there. So that's the 2 crushers. Then we got a couple of spaces for the import and export. The dirty iron clumps go into. Is it the enrich? Yeah, it's the enrich. It's not the smelting. It's the enriching factory. So we got 2 of those. So the enriching factories will go here and here, and then we leave 2 more gaps, and then we can put more power here, and then the 2 smelters go here. And this is how we had the setup up there. What I probably will do is over there where it's creating all these things, we might need another one of these here, in which case we'll just plunk one down and just import and export. Now the reason I'm doing this is because I want to import and export out of the network, so that if we get a massive amount of iron, we can just dump all the iron in one here, and just smelt up a whole load of it. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, we'll leave that as it is. So that means it's just the importers and exporters now to configure. So the exporters, obviously for this, will go on top. So they will go on top like so, and because we're literally right under our network anyway, this is why I wanted to import it from the other side, because now we can just hook it up. And then if we go and have a look at this thing, we should be able to see that right, so there we go, we've got crystals now, we've got iron crystals. And so if we now go back down to here, and iron crystals will be the first ones that we export. We're going to export a stack of them at a time, and we're going to run that up, and then that should accept then from input on top. It's not gas, it is iron crystals, isn't it? Oh no, hang on, is it the iron crystals that go in here? No, the iron crystals go in that one over there. Right, yeah, okay, now I'm getting it. Right, so we can increase these as well then, because these are going to be bogged down. Alright, so let's export the iron crystals into here like we should, because, you know, we're not stupid really. I am. I don't know about you guys. I definitely am. Right, you are going to be a pain in the arse, aren't you? Because you can't mix with that. Yeah, you are definitely going to be a pain in the arse. So let's go up and around. And we're going to need more cable, aren't we? Yeah. Come on, you can do it. That's where I need to go. I've got 3 cables left. Yeah, that will work. Not. More cables. This is so horrible cabling, and I will eventually tidy it up, but right now I just want to get it working, because once you've got it working, you can then move it around and you can put it in its own places and all that kind of shit. But until it works, you can't do much with it. Right, so that's generating stuff, which means this is now using that, which is fine. So this is now generating its clumps. Now, do you have a gas upgrade? That's an energy upgrade, you div. You have a gas upgrade, don't you? Because you use gas. So using gas means that you should have the ability to have a gas upgrade. So there we go, gas upgrade. Right, so you will use less gas. Haha. You over here also use gas, which means that you should have a gas upgrade. Yeah, there you go. Right, you've got one too. So we'll get rid of you because that's not what you are for. You go in there because that's what you need to, where you need to be. We need to import from you. So we are going to import from your right side. And we're going to give you a stack upgrade and 3 speed upgrades. And we're just going to tell you to import everything because we don't need to be specific. However, what we do need to do is hook you up. So we'll hook you up to there. You should now be pulling from here. Yes, you're going a little bit slow, but I don't care. Because at least you're working. Right, so you're working, so we can fix the updates or the upgrades later. Right, so you guys are good. This guy up here is now producing shards, which will go into this guy, like so, and you will then start, right, so we'll put that on as well. You will then use up oxygen to import the clumps into the system. So I just need a couple, and we will import the clumps into the system with speed upgrades and a stack upgrade. I don't think that they need to be in a certain order. However, I'm going to put them in that order. Right, so you are now self-contained. Whenever you get a thing, you make the clumps. The clumps are now going into the system. Yep, there you go. Right, so the clumps now go into this thing. So we import for, so output from the left. Oh my god, we want to switch that round. So let's blank those out. Right, we input from the left and we output to the right. And that means that that one behind is probably the same. So we output there. No, we input from the left, output to the right. And then we'll do the same for this one. So input, output, output. And then these ones I'm guessing are the same way around, yeah. So if you want to clear one of these and go back to the grey, so if you have a look here, if you clear it, it goes to grey. Press shift and then left click it, and it will take it back to the grey one. And then you can just do it from there. Right, so import this side, and you are going to import to your heart's content. And we're going to whack you in there, and we're also going to, right, so we need now a we need a link from there. So from this one we need to come down and across and over the top, like so. There we go. Right, so we need some exporters and we need some importers. We need a couple more exporters, a couple more importers. So we'll get a couple more of them. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Right, we'll take those and then imports. We need a couple more importers. We've got one there. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for these. So we'll take a couple more of these. Come on, hurry up. There we go. Right, so we are going to export here. And we're going to export the clumps. And we're going to do a stack. And we're going to do speed upgrades. And the clumps should come into here. They should all be like that. And then they should be being imported into the system. So we get dirty stuff, right? And we can put the clumps back in there. Now, exporting here will be the dirty clumps. Export, speed upgrade. Then we will go across the top, which we might as well just go across the top anyway. And we will import into the system on this side. And like I said, we're using the importers because now we can infinitely upgrade this. We don't have to worry that, you know, this machine can't handle this machine and that machine, you know, whatever we get in the system, these will just run and run and run until there's nothing left. So that's cool. Right, so look, we've already finished that, but now we're just waiting for this guy. So we can upgrade this guy to our heart's content with a speed upgrade, actually. I think we might have some speed upgrades. There we go, speed upgrades. So if we shove a bunch of speed upgrades, you'll see that we'll get a lot more stuff out of there. This guy is Why is he hooked to that? Oh, because that's where I put the other stuff. So if we get rid of that, and then I put the power down this side, and put it over here, and like so, that would empower that room above. Right, this guy is not going to connect to there, so that's cool. So we can shove. He is going to connect to there though, that's a bummer. Okay, we might have to move this. We don't have to move this because we can import from the bottom and just come along here. So we can run the cables that way, that's fine. Right, so the importers we're going to slap on here, and we're obviously going to just hook them up right now. Like so. In fact, actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to put this on the front for the moment. Until we can get things sorted out and removed, we're going to put this on the front. And then that way we don't have to worry about recabling right this second. The exporter we're going to put on there. That's the dirty one, right? The dirty one goes into here. Input red, yep, that's fine. Is it the dirty one that goes into here? I'm sure it was. No, the dirty one, it doesn't go in the smelting factory. Oh, the dirty one goes in there. It's the iron dust that goes into here. So let's get some iron dust from one of these. Cool. And we'll export that into here. And also we'll do exactly what we did before, which is upgrades. And there we go. Right, so there's our ingots. So now what we do is we... Actually, this guy is in a perfect position because I need to import them into the other system. So we stick the importers on here. We stick this guy here, like so, and then we say, okay, you can pull for your heart's content, and you can do exactly the same on the second machine because, you know, we don't care. So basically what's happening, and the reason why I don't care that this is being imported into the other system, is because all of this system is enclosed, right? This is the ore system. It's all enclosed. It gets to here, and these I want in the other system. So now if I look here, these are going up because they're now being imported in the system. However, if I search for ore, the ore is coming into the system but then getting exported directly out and into this one. That's it. I say that's it. That's the setup. That's it, yeah, because that was easy. Like, right, so recap. We have brine into chlorine. Chlorine with hydrogen into hydrogen chloride. Yeah. So we're making hydrogen chloride here. It then goes into this. Now that whole setup there is purely and simply to take gunpowder and turn it into sulfur. Now we have an excessive amount of sulfur. So we break it down, which we might need to speed that machine up, but you know, we break it down because if we have a look at our sulfur, yeah, look, we're running way low on sulfur because we just eat through it. So what we're going to need to do is stick a couple more of those pulverizers in to crush down that sulfur to just get that going a bit more, and then we might have to kick on our gunpowder just to make a bit more sulfur to go into the system, but that's fine. So everything here makes gunpowder. The gunpowder turns into, or it's not gunpowder, so it's sulfur. The sulfur from here then creates sulfur thing in there, and then it takes this stuff, which is oxygen and hydrogen. I think, is it hydrogen in that one? Yeah, I think so. Then this is another one of those ones. So this is another one of the chlorine tri something or other. Chlorine trioxide. Yeah, so that's all that going into here. The trioxide goes into chlorine. I think chlorine. No, sulfuric acid. That's it. So that there takes the water vapor and the chlorine trioxide. Sulfur trioxide. That's it. Sulfur trioxide and water vapor goes into sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid basically eats down the ore. The ore then gets washed, so it becomes clean. Then it gets crystallized, and then it goes into the system. Once it's crystallized, all of this process produces hydrogen chloride, which obviously we need to expand or boost. The crystals then get changed into shards. The shards then get changed into, so they come all the way over to here. They get changed into, yep, you guessed it, clumps. The clumps get turned into dirty things. The dirty things get clean, and we get iron dust. And that is how you turn one piece of ore into 5. And that's also how you turn one part of a tutorial into 3 episodes. And that was not easy. Alright, so there's a few things that we obviously need to do, which I'm going to do between episodes. I'm not going to do that now. There's no way I'm going to do that now. I need to obviously boost all of the outputs to those machines, because they are not keeping up at all. I'm quite surprised that we've still got quite a lot of sulfuric acid. We have got a ton of sulfuric, so I'm quite happy with that. That's cool. We, however, are not keeping up with the sulfur, so the sulfur definitely needs. So this is just not. It's just where are we? It's just not crushing it fast enough, and it's got a resonant and 3 fluix upgrades. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get a couple more of these machines hooked up, so that we're just basically making a ton of sulfur. And then obviously the hydrogen chloride, hydrogen oxide, no, hydrogen something or other. Oh, chlorine, there we go. So hydrogen and the brine, so the chlorine goes into hydrogen chloride. This thing is not keeping up. You can see, look, we've run out of hydrogen chloride, so I'm going to boost all the production of that as well. We'll get all that sorted, and then we should be able to plug in the other ones so that we can then go for it. Yeah, that should be it. That is hopefully the last time that I build Mekanism from scratch. It certainly will be right now. You know, we might move the machines around. We might give it a proper room down the line. Right now, I really don't want to play with it anymore. I want to do something else, which is a bit more fun. But yeah, we'll see. We'll certainly get this up and running a bit quicker. We'll get it to the point where it's break even, and then we'll be good. Anyway, that is the end of this episode. That is Mekanism 5 times ore. Not that we actually need it, but it's kind of cool to have. I know, right? It is cool. Okay, so that's it. I'm Syntosis. You have been awesome. Latest.